can do this with my eyes closed. It's too easy. Too easy. I can do this with my eyes closed. It's too easy. Too easy. It's too easy. I've been there, done it, seen it. Boy, all that like Keenan. Still got crack, they fiendin'. Flow still hot like Phoenix. Shine so bright, I'm gleaming. This off top, I'm tweaking. Fresh out the rat like Neiman. And I'm still tryna fight my demons. Cause we all gotta act like Tina. That's why I gotta ride with the Nina. Outside, it's a war going on. Make me put my hands on my head like the Macarena. They want you walking on board like Kima. And give an F to you like John Cena. Putting blood on the brand new Beamer. Tryna earn they stripes like Adidas. You get cold when you ride with the heater. It'll turn you to a dog like a Keto. And expose to a cat like a cheetah. They smoke my partner like reefer. Dímelo porque o no entiendo, mi gente must really need Jesus. They shed real blood, I never seen the crypt and I believe it. It's too easy. Too easy. I can do this with my eyes closed. It's too easy. It's too easy. I can do this with my eyes closed. It's too easy. Too easy. I can do this with my eyes closed. It's too easy.
What's going on, guys? Welcome into the WAG show. This is episode 39. I'm your host, Ben Hostler. We are here to talk about today's best bets. It is Thursday, April 6th. We have NBA tonight, and we got the Masters going on. Baseball's all during the day today again, so there's not really any baseball for me to talk about today. Yesterday, our baseball bets went 6-1, and we are up over 13 units on the season. Actually, that's going to be 12 units because we lost our first bet today, which was the under in the Boston-Detroit game. So that went over. So that's a loss. But we have a heavy unit play coming up in this Nationals-Rockies game. We locked it in last night. We locked in the over 10.5, and that line did move to 11. So we got a little CLV there. Hopefully it goes over because then that will help out. Hopefully the White Sox come back too. We bet on the White Sox. They're down 4-2. They have had a ton of base runners and only managed to get 2 of them home. But hopefully they come back a little bit. But regardless, we just really want to hit this over in the Nationals-Rockies game. If you're in the chat, welcome in. We do the stream Monday through Friday, 3 p.m. Eastern. Show off the free and premium tools at betkarma.com. We talk about the best bets. Drop in your bets if you want to talk about them. I'm just going to go through – this will be a quicker stream today. I'm just going to go through the NBA slate since there's two baseball games tonight, but I didn't really have any bets for them. I think that I tried to find a play in the Braves-Padres game, but I just couldn't find anything I like. I'm a big Strider fan, but they're minus 168 on the money line. That's above. I don't typically bet on it. I will never really bet on an MLB team if they're above minus 150. Like minus 150 is kind of like my cutoff of where I'm going to bet on you. So don't really want to bet on them. You could take the minus 1.5 at plus money, but I don't love it. I don't really want to bet on the under 8.5. I guess maybe has some appeal, but the Braves are just so good against left-handed pitching. Even though Blake Snell is a serviceable pitcher, it's just, I don't know. I don't like to mess around with any lefties against the Braves. So couldn't really find anything I liked there. And then Dodgers Diamondbacks, not really anything I like there either. Under 9 maybe. But the Dodgers have really done well over the last 2 seasons against Kelly. So that kind of takes that appeal away from me, but I don't know. I couldn't find anything I really like in those 2 games. So no baseball bets today. We are going to talk about the basketball slate. It's only 5 games. It's a small slate. That's why I said it'll be a pretty quick stream. If you guys are watching the Masters, what are you guys sweating? I'm sweating out Hovland first round leader, which I don't know it's going to hit now because Rahm's now at 6. But I guess if they tie, that includes ties. So, hopefully Rom does not get to 8. Rom actually at one point was plus 1,000 first round leader when he was like 3 under. That would have been a good bet to take because he's cut it down. He's only back 1 now and he has a hole, but hopefully Hovland can close out this first round leader. Trying to see who I bet on outright. I mean, I have Rom outright. He's in second. I had Lowry in a 3-ball against 2 other people. He's going to win that. A lot of people bet on Brooks. He's 4 under. Scotty's at 2 under. Spieth is 2 under. That's good. I have a pretty big bet on Spieth. Rose is 1 under. I have a big bet on Spieth for top 20 and Rose for top 30. So that's really mainly what I want outside of hitting an outright. But if you guys bet on any Masters, let me know in the chat who you guys are sweating out. Someone in chat bet on Koepka. Yeah, a lot of people were betting on him. He looks good. He said this is the healthiest that he's been in years. Obviously, he's coming off that win last week. I don't have anything against him. I like to see him play well. So hopefully he's in the mix come the weekend. Sam Burns on fire, 4 under through 5. This amateur Sam Bennett, former junior amateur champion, 4 under through 6 is crazy. Kid's balling out. But I'm going to pull up the prop predictor and we will talk about this NBA slate. If you guys have never seen this tool, this is the Prize Picks predictor. Over at betcover.com, we have projections every single day for all the lines on Prize Picks. If you bet regularly on Prize Picks, I would recommend picking up a subscription, trying out the tool. You also get access to the premium Discord. By signing up, you get access to my premium picks, Spike's picks, all of our staff picks. And, I mean, you'll get access to my MLB betting card, which, like I said, up over 12 units currently on the season. Was 29-15 coming in today, so 29-16 right now in baseball bets. Hopefully, we at least break even today. So, it's been a really good start to baseball. But I'll run through the injuries real quick for NBA. Some teams are definitely resting guys. Like the Cavs and the Knicks for the rest of the season will be resting guys because their seed's already locked in. They can't move up or down. So they will they'll be resting guys. Cavs will be missing some people today, but let me pull up the injury report and we'll see what's going on here. Outside of the Cavs. Thunder have a big game tonight. They need to win playoff-wise. So that'll be interesting to watch. I think I'm not going to – well, I'll give it out. But I think betting Shai Gilgeous over points makes some sense. It's a really high line. I think 32.5, 33.5. But, they need to win the game. Dewan, what's up? They need to win the game. So, I mean, I feel like that's going to come on the back of, obviously, SGA, and I mean it's a pretty good matchup against the Jazz. So I think betting on his over points does have some appeal. I can't get this injury report to load for some reason. So let me try a different link here. All right. So for the Cavs, we have Karis LeVert out, Evan Mobley out, Donovan SGA over points. Yeah, I think it makes sense, to be honest. Karis LeVert, Jared Allen, Darius Garland, Donovan Mitchell, Evan Mobley, Isaac Okoro are all out for the Cleveland Cavaliers tonight. We also have the Blazers guys. They're without, they've been missing these guys for several games, but Nurkic, Anthony Simons, Damian Lillard, Jeremy Grant, Nasir Little, Keon Johnson, all out. Devin Vassell, Doug McDermott, Jeremy Sochan out for the Spurs, in addition to Devontae Graham. We also have Larry Markkinen, Walker Kessler, Jordan Clarkson, and Colin Sexton all out. In terms of questionable guys, Joker and Jamal Murray are both questionable. Tyrese Maxey and Melton are questionable. Those are kind of notable guys. Kyle Lowry and Bam Adebayo are questionable. Those are notable guys. I would like to bet on Bam potentially if he plays. Miami does need to win. So assuming that Bam does end up playing, one of my favorite bets is going to be Bam's over his fantasy points line on Prize Picks. So hopefully he plays. Vlad Guerrero Jr. just hit a home run, so that's good. We did play him in DFS. I don't know if you guys saw, but I actually he hit a home run last night. I hit his first home run of the game last night. Used a boost, got it to plus 1,000. It was a pretty nice little win. Yeah, so this is the predictor. This is our projections. Like I said, my favorite play today, pulling up fantasy points, you can see it's the highest differential in the entire predictor. His line's at 32.5 fantasy points. We have him over 38 fantasy points. It's a 17% difference, huge difference. Is as long as Bam Adebayo plays tonight, I like his over fantasy points. It's my favorite play of the day. Outside of Bam, I think that attacking the Orlando Magic guys makes a lot of sense. The game should be obviously competitive against the Cavs, with the Cavs resting everybody. So I think points-wise or fantasy points-wise, I like Markelle Fultz the most. You can see his line's at 30.5. We have him at almost 33 fantasy points. I like Markelle Fultz over his points. I also like Franz Wagner over his PRAs. If you can get the line at 25.5, I think that's a pretty good number. And I think that Fultz, Banchero, Franz Wagner, these guys should all have pretty good games tonight against the Cavs resting all these guys. So outside of Bam Adebayo fantasy points, locking in some of these Orlando Magic guys makes a lot of sense to me. Cavs guys, I'll have to wait and see like kind of what some of their lines are, but there's obviously going to be some value there. And then we also have Drew Eubanks here. So I've bet on Eubanks a couple times recently, but he's actually put up his fantasy point line on Prize Picks is 29.5. He's put up over 30 or more in 5 of his last 6. And the Blazers continue to just rest all these guys. So if you'd like to go with Eubanks, I think there's some value taking his over as well. Let me see if I can see what his points and rebounds line is. Yeah, points plus rebounds is 19.5. If you can't bet the fantasy points, I think that's a fine one to go with. Just as points plus rebounds at 19.5, take the over there. So that's really the main spots I'm looking at for NBA tonight. Bam Adebayo over fantasy points, number 1. The Orlando guys, Fultz over fantasy points, Franz Wagner over PRAs. I like those both a lot, and I like Drew Eubanks over fantasy points or points plus rebounds, whichever you prefer. That's the spots I like a lot. I think Bam is going to smash if he plays, because they do need to win. A little motivation factor, which we like, and it's a pretty solid matchup. And then we talked about it. I'm not gonna probably bet it, but I think SGA over points does make sense, just given how. I mean, the Thunder need to win, and he's going to play big minutes, I think. So I would be fine taking SGA points. Herb Jones is a legend. Dude, shout out to Herb Jones, man. We talked about him the last few days. He scored 30 points last night. I mean, the predictor's been all over him the last couple games, and he's been smashing. White Sox are looking pretty chalked here. Bases loaded, 1 out. I think the White Sox are chalked. So that's just great. He's getting hot. Yeah, Vlad's looked really, really good at the plate to me. I think that he's been – I haven't looked at his contact percentage yet, but I think in terms of his patience, he seems a lot more patient to me at the plate this year, which helps out, because if he's able to take some walks, like that's only going to help him get more pitches to hit. And obviously we know how good he is. He's been making a lot of hard contact. Him and Dalton Varsho has been smoking the ball. 47% hard hit rate through his first couple games, a couple extra base hits, a home run. He looks really good. So But Vlad does look good. I think he's going to have a big year. If he keeps being as patient as he has been and just waiting to get pitches to hit, he's gonna have a big year. Rom's getting hot. Yeah. Did he burn? Is he still one back? I'm pretty sure I still win if they tie, so I don't really care if they tie. I don't think anyone else is going to get the 7 under, though. Victor was on fire and then kind of just faded off a little bit. He birdied again? Damn. Who were your other bets? Other bets for what? Baseball, basketball, Masters? What are we talking about here? Baseball? I didn't have any other baseball bets today. There's only 2 games tonight. We have a big unit bet on the over 10.5 in Washington Colorado game, and then I also bet Washington's team total over 4.5. I think it was. So I'm really looking. Hopefully, if those 2 can manage to win, then it's pretty much a break even or slight profit day, because I have like 2 units on. I have like 2.5 units on the over in that game. So hopefully, I think there's gonna be a lot of offense there. It's not super great weather relative to like Coors, but it's still Coors Field. The wind is blowing out a little bit. It's just cold, but these pitchers are terrible. Josiah Gray gives up a ton of home runs. Kyle Freeland's earned run average at home last year was over 5 runs. He's just not good. So I think there's going to be a lot of offense there, per usual, in Coors Field. So hopefully we hit those 2, and then it's kind of like a slight profit day. What about basketball? Yeah, I just talked about it, but Adebayo fantasy points is my favorite play. If you're looking for something else, I like the Orlando guys, Fultz over fantasy points, Franz Wagner over PRAs, and I like Drew Eubanks over points plus rebounds or fantasy points as well. I think those are all really good plays. If you guys have any questions on any other players, ask. Like I said, this will be a quicker stream today. Only 5 basketball games. I am working on a recap for college basketball. I'm gonna highlight all the I'm gonna highlight the full record and units won and stuff for all my college basketball picks. So I'm working on that. I started working on it last night, but it's a lot. I'm stupid. I for whatever reason, like whatever I track my stuff on, I wasn't like doing it properly for college basketball, and it wasn't saving them. So I need to go all the way back through and check all my bets. So it's going to take me a minute, but I will be posting a college basketball recap at some point in the coming days. That's why I've made sure to keep on baseball so that you just get the daily recaps. Brooks is going to win. I don't think he's going to win the Masters, but I mean, I wouldn't be mad. I think that'd be quite a comeback story if he come back and won this. That'd be awesome. I still think Spieth's gonna win, but I mean, can we talk about Jon Rahm for a second? I mean, this guy 4-putted his first hole and was 2 over, and now he's still 6 under for the day. I mean, the guy's just a monster. And if Jon Rahm wins the Masters, my $500,000 parlay of futures stays alive. It's hit 3 of the 7 legs. So if Jon Rahm wins the Masters, they're gonna offer me like a crazy cash out. I think probably at least like $500. It was just a $10 bet. Like I made it when sports betting first went live in Ohio. I think I tweeted it out, but it was Purdue to win the Big Ten, which happened in college basketball. It was Kansas to win the Big 12 in college basketball. That hit. Chiefs to win the Super Bowl. That hit. And then it's Jon Rahm Masters, Boston Bruins Stanley Cup, Boston Celtics NBA Finals, and then Bayern Munich to win the Champions League. So we've already hit 3 of the 7. If somehow Jon Rahm wins the Masters, I think I don't know. I would consider cashing that out. Oh, it also has Manchester City to win the Premier League, which is not going to happen, I don't think. So I need Jon Rahm to win, and then I'm just going to cash out because City is like 8 points back now. They do have a game in hand, but I just don't, for whatever reason, they cannot catch up to Arsenal. So I don't think that's going to happen. Thank you. I love the show. I appreciate you guys. Thank you for watching. Dude, we've been smashing yesterday. Yesterday we gave out the James Wiseman points that hit. Sweaty, but it hit. And then Quentin Grimes over PRAs, that almost hit by halftime. I mean, he smashed that line. So it's been a pretty good time doing this show. I can't believe it's episode 39 already. We started this when the Super Bowl came. It's already been 40 days since the Super Bowl almost, which is insane. But thank you guys. If you have any other further questions, get in the Discord, betkarmachat.com. Head to the BetKarma app. Click chat room. You can just join that way if you're on your cell phone. Sync your account to your free account. You can get access to the free channels. If you sign up for a premium membership, you can get the premium channels. I'll be in there all night. I'll be sweating out this over in this Washington game. Hopefully this hits so we can make some money. But good luck with your bets tonight, guys. And we'll close the week out tomorrow, Friday. I'll see you at 3 o'clock on Friday.